Today I'm making Japanese dry curry. The bottom one. I made it before years ago. I think I've mentioned this book to you last week. I think I made a recipe, but I can't remember which one it was because I've got a bad memory. But I'm sure it's not the one I'm making today. Alright, I'll make a start on it now. I changed the recipe a little bit because that's what I'm like. Alright. And heat some oil up in a pan, about a tablespoon of oil. Give it on quite a high heat. Okay, I've added 500 grams of minced beef, which is 12% fat. It was in quite a solid block as well. So I just want to break it up a little bit. And now I'm going to cook it until it's halfway cooked. Alright, it's halfway cooked. I'm going to add some sliced onion, just one onion. We'll turn the heat down a little bit. It'd be nice to get for the onion to get a little bit of colour. Roughly chopped, as you can see. I've got blunt knives. I don't trust myself with a sharp knife. I'll end up with no fingers. I did change the recipe a little bit, but I'll tell you as I go along. For instance, I didn't use any butter. To me, that's not really Japanesey. Mind you, butter does have flavour, doesn't it? When I write down the ingredients, I write them down from the book. That's coming along quite well. I just don't want any pinkness or redness left in the meat. Turn it up a little bit more. I don't want to be here all day stirring this. Alright, I'm just going to pause it. Oh, no, I better not say that, it's not professional. Pretend I didn't say it. I'm back. This pan's a little bit on the small side. The onions still feel warm. I'm going to add a little bit of chilli sauce, but you don't have to if you don't like chilli. Alright, now I'm going to add garlic. It's frozen. This is equivalent, I know, it's hard to believe, it's equivalent to 1 clove of garlic. Just wait for that to melt. Well, I want to tell you about my mixture. Where is it? It's quite thick. And it's made up of, well, I couldn't get Japanese curry powder. I've never been able to find it. So I had to use mild Indian curry powder, mild curry powder, 4 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons of sugar. I just used ordinary white sugar. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, and it said 1 teaspoon of salt, but I decided to use liquid aminos instead, and that is hydrolyzed vegetable protein. It's gluten free and it's got loads and loads of good healthy amino acids in it. All-purpose seasoning. It's taken a long time to dissolve that garlic cube, or it's not a cube, is it? It's a rectangular shape. Right, I'm going to add this thick paste now. Hopefully try to get all of it in. I might have to add a tiny bit of liquid just to get it all in. Now I'm going to add a tiny drop of water. Just a little bit of water, and then you can just pour it in. There. Just mix that around. What's this big lump? Oh, it's mince. Alright, I'm just going to turn that off for a while. And I'm going to cut an apple up. Just checking the recipe. Yeah, I just want to cut an apple up. It says to peel it, but I'm not going to bother. It says half an apple. I'm using a small apple. Don't want that bit. Just cut it up into sort of cube shapes or rectangular shapes, small pieces. And my knives are rubbish, but what can you do? This is quite a good knife because it's serrated. But it's not really, you can't use that to cut a pumpkin open. Some vegetables I just don't buy because I just haven't got the knives. One day I'll get a really good Japanese knife, I think, all-purpose knife. But I'll have to be careful that I don't cut all my fingers off. Or any of them, actually. Right, so now we're going to put this back on the rest of the ingredients. I think I'll start with the peppers. I use the long ones, but you can use the bell peppers if you want. These are like bell peppers except they're long. Dark red and green. I can't use that one now, can I? What I can't. I think it's best to have a little jug of water. I can always use that water then. Right, the apple next. Just squish it down. And the last thing, I think, oh, tomatoes I think I'll use next. I just used 2 medium-sized tomatoes and I skinned them. This will add liquid, so it won't be too dry. Last of all, I didn't use white wine because I thought Yutaka mirin would be more Japanesey than white wine. And I used 1 tablespoon to soften, well, slightly soften the raisins. Unfortunately, I could only get small packets of raisins that had cranberries in as well. So I wasn't very happy about that. But never mind, it should taste fine. I'm just adding that in. I used 1 tablespoon of mirin, but in the recipe it's 1 tablespoon of wine. I just think it's a waste of money, really. I suppose you could drink the wine while you cook the rest of the wine while you're cooking the meal. But I'm not in love with white wine. Okay. Yeah. Now you just cook this for a while, about 5 to 6 minutes. It doesn't say anything about putting a lid on it. I'm serving it with rice, sticky rice. Leave it like that for a while. I won't stir it. I'm just going to pause it for a minute. Okay, it's just about ready now. So I'll show you what it looks like. It's very colourful, but on my screen, what I can see at the moment, it doesn't look colourful. But it is, it's very colourful. And let's see what the texture's like. That is liquid in it, which I'm pleased about. I didn't want it to be too dry. That's Japanese dry curry. If you can get hold of Japanese curry powder, that would be great. So next time I go to a Northeast Asian shop, I will look for Japanese curry powder. And I will tell you what it tastes like, and I will write down the ingredients from the book. Not the way I made it, but from the book. Alright then, I'll say goodbye. Bye. Hope you like the video.